This child could be from anywhere. What do you know about questions as to whether Maria could be from the United States originally?
Well, that's something that Interpol is looking into. I have confirmed with Interpol, which is the worldwide law enforcement agency, that right now they have received the file of this little girl, including a DNA sample and all of those allegedly forged documents as well. And what Interpol is doing is reaching out across the world to all of the member police departments of Interpol, and there are hundreds of them, trying to figure out who the biological parents are. And I'll tell you, Jane, it's so much different because normally we're sitting here and we're talking about looking for missing children. In this case, we're talking about looking for the biological parents of this child. And I want to tell you this, Jane, the reason why police became so suspicious was not just how this little girl looked, but the moment they started questioning these parents, they got different stories from each parent. They separated the parent. One of the parents said, oh, we found her outside of a supermarket. That was the first story. And then their stories kept changing. So this wasn't a matter that they just yanked this little girl out because she looked different than the parents, though that was one thing that raised their antenna in the beginning. But eventually they found all these conflicting stories, and they knew this little girl did not belong to these parents.
Yeah. A lawyer for the couple says they're now searching for the alleged biological mother to prove that Maria was indeed adopted, albeit not legally.
Client's claim is that we never abduct this child. We've just adopted with an way non-legal. That's where we can confess.
Take a look at this video of Maria dancing with the so-called mother. This was given to the media in an attempt to show the little girl was cared for. Mark Klass, president and founder of the Klass Kids Foundation, a man who knows more about finding missing children than anyone in the world. Here's what concerns me. These claims that, oh, they had 10 children, 10 by the woman, 4 more by the father, and these birth and baptism records would show that she would have had to have had them all in a very strange way. 10 kids within a time that's not biologically possible. So that points to criminality right there. And then we're hearing these reports that they're investigating whether there's a ring bringing pregnant women to Greece from Bulgaria and then taking their kids for sale.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Jane. In Greece, there is no central birth certificate repository. And in fact, what they've been doing is going to different areas of Greece and registering children with fake birth certificates to the point that they have 14 children, most of whom can't even be truly identified at this point. So there's no question that these people are involved in welfare fraud, as we would call it in this country. And there's also no question that they're absolutely hiding something, or they would have been much more forthcoming about who this little girl and where she is. And it is an interesting mystery that they now have the missing child and they have to trace that child back to who she actually is. We don't know that that's ever going to be able to happen, but we do hope that wherever this little girl lands, it's going to be in a family that doesn't keep her in squalor and that loves her and gives her opportunities.